The Outdoor Show. It's the program that puts you into the peaceful and beautiful home of Mother Nature. It moves you back to that calm fishing pond up north, one step away from Lake Michigan, or into your hunting blind on a brisk fall morning. The Outdoor Show. It's a peaceful program. This is not your mother's outdoor show. This is the WHTC Outdoor Show, hosted by a guy who literally has hunting in his name. Tom Medendorp is Dutch for Village in the Maiden, or King's Hunting Ground. Your co-host, sometimes, is Tim Becker of Powderhorn Guns and Archery. It's time for what really happens when the guys go up north on that hunting trip. It's time for the WHTC Outdoor Show, presented by My Firearms ETS. That's MI Firearms ETS on 1450 WHTC, Hollands News Leader.
Good morning and welcome to the Outdoor Show. How are you this morning, Tim?
I'm great. What about you?
Just marvelous. What's up with the 47 degrees?
Kind of a bummer
Why?
for me, but you know, my wife is skipping and jumping and all excited and
Well, yeah, it's almost like it's, I don't know, spring?
yeah.
47 degrees.
Yeah.
But it is going to get colder.
Yeah.
It's kind of good, isn't it?
I think so.
How was your Christmas?
Oh, wonderful. How about yours?
Absolutely marvelous.
Good.
I love Christmas.
I do too.
It's just a great time of year. It's a great celebration.
Yeah.
Of the birth of Christ, and it's just awesome.
Yep. Now I got to be a downer for a second.
Uh-oh, downer.
It just
Don't be a downer.
I figure 7:10 in the morning, somebody's got to be a downer.
Well, you were a downer at 2 minutes to 7 when you sent me a text.
I could, even without a text coming back,
You got
I could
me.
tell you were angry.
You got me.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to call you a bad name.
I know you were. Because I knew it was just you and I on the show this morning, and you text me and say, "Where are you?" And I said, "Duck hunting. It's the late 2-day season." And nothing. I thought, well, I better let him know the truth. I'm about 2 minutes out.
Man, I tell you, he got me, Mike. He got me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tell you, we were talking beforehand. If he doesn't show, we're going to use the cough button.
Yeah.
And we could get very creative.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, we got the cough buttons
Yeah,
now.
I'm excited about it. Hold on now.
No.
I can't even hear
Only
you.
off in the distance.
Now, yeah.
Yes, I get to push it. And then,
You cough like such a man that you could hear it across the room.
maybe, since this is the outdoor show, maybe we should leave the coughs in. It gives it a little more of an edge.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because we're out in the weather and the elements all the time, and we have to survive. The elements.
I agree.
Manly.
Oh boy!
So I'm sure that's what everybody thinks when they see me is just pure manly. All right, don't make fun of me. No, but I got to be a little downer.
I didn't have to say anything. I just looked at you.
I got to be a little downer. I really miss snow on Christmas.
Well, yeah.
But you know what? My kids went outside in their jackets and their new boots and got to play in the front yard and have fun, and that was neat to see. And Christmas this year was extra fun for me because my children are 2 and 3, and even my youngest daughter, she just my only daughter.
I was just gonna say
my only daughter.
Your youngest child.
Yep,
is a daughter.
Yep, she had an absolute riot and understood what everything was about now, and it just you could sit back and just smile and.
It's cool to watch them grow, isn't it?
Yeah, and just to kind of reflect too as things have passed and remember. I remembered more this year thoughts that I had on Christmas.
You remembered?
Yeah.
Thoughts that you had on Christmas?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Hey, it's awesome. It was an awesome year. I got to spend it with family and friends, and it's great.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. It was an awesome year.
Mm-hmm.
How about the stuff that we covered here on the Outdoor Show over the year?
Lots of good stuff.
We did. You missed half of it.
Pretty close. Pretty close.
Because you're the sometimes co-host.
Sometimes co-host. Hey, speaking of that, I saw the, not the podcast, the YouTube thing.
You did?
I did. I liked it.
Was it awesome?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
I thought that Jake did a nice job with the pictures going in there.
Yeah.
This ain't your mama's outdoor
It's
show, the old lady
the old
there.
white-haired lady holding her coffee.
In a rocking chair.
Yep, that was
great. And then
great.
with the, from the shotgun, he has the kid with his little BB gun.
Yep. No, that was pretty good. I enjoyed watching that.
Oh, that was kind of fun. I got a kick out of that. And he's probably not even listening right now.
No, he's sleeping.
Probably.
Yeah.
He did work until like midnight.
Yeah, that's no excuse.
That's what I'm saying.
We come on at 7:10, and it's time to be awake.
Well, yeah.
I know.
People should set their alarm clocks to us.
I agree.
I got you guys all beat. I went to bed at 10 o'clock, got up at 1:30 because I was so concerned about putting on a good show. So I'm going to work on about a 22-hour day today. So
wow.
I'm good with this.
Yeah, he was concerned about putting on a good show.
He
was worried about the outdoor show.
Yeah.
Not the rest of his day.
Yeah.
Just the outdoor show.
I got you beat. I went to bed at about 10, and I struggled to get up at 6. I was whooped today.
I feel your pain.
I bet. Tomorrow you'll feel it a lot.
I'm getting old. I went to bed at 10, got up at 1:32.
Why?
What do you think?
Oh, yeah, you are getting old. Yeah.
He was so concerned about putting on a good show.
Yeah. Yeah, you bet. Boy, it's been a good year, Tom.
I tell you, I did feel it has been an awesome year, but I did feel a little bit old yesterday. We
turned 90?
Pretty close.
Okay.
Felt like it.
Okay.
Well, my buddy Dave, we've been friends since birth, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And we took our second sons. So, like Dave's first son, he's a Marine, so he's off in another world right now. And my first son, Jake, he was probably busy editing another show to put on the YouTube channel.
Yep.
Don't forget the YouTube channel.
Got it.
Yeah, you can get it on Facebook too.
Oh, well, that's where I saw it. Was on
it was on Facebook.
The Outdoor Show's Facebook.
Yeah, he posted it so that people could get access to it, and when they don't know what the YouTube channel is. But you can go to mifirearmsets.com and then pick up the YouTube channel right there.
Okay.
And then make it so that gives you notification or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's electronic stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. Especially in those bibs.
Hey.
Christmas present, though, I got to imagine.
You, the driving tree. You're talking. Yeah,
once again, I look manly.
You got the camouflage shirt and the fall colors on your chin.
You know it. That's getting pretty manly, by the way.
Bushy.
Yes.
Very bushy.
Yes.
Anyhow, we went grouse hunting.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Dave's son John and my son Lucas, and we headed up, and we went grouse hunting up by the White Cloud area.
Okay.
It's been a few years. We typically would go further north. So, boy, I'll bet we haven't hunted the White Cloud area 15 years.
Oh, wow. Should have been plenty of birds then.
Well,
especially if you were last time.
We left plenty there last time.
Oh.
But all the places that you would normally go are much different, over, time span like that. We had gone to Allegan this past last Saturday. We had gone to Allegan with just myself and Dave, a couple of my friends that we grew up together.
Yep.
So that was two Daves, just so Dave squared.
Dave squared.
And we went to places down in Allegan, and we were kind of shocked. Allegan's only been about 3 years, and the growth changes were just phenomenal in 3 years. I was like, wow, that's much different when you take a break than when you go every year and it changes.
Yep.
You take a 3-year gap, and it really changes.
Oh, yeah.
But we were down there, and we didn't have any flushes, so then we came back and we went rabbit hunting. And, of course, I felt old last Saturday. But then yesterday, when we were up in White Cloud, we covered a lot of ground. There's a lot of national forest. I think Dave said Newaygo County, and this is not a scientific survey or anything or figured out. He just had heard. Newaygo County, half of that county is national forest.
I'd believe it.
Well,
yeah.
There's a lot of space up there.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people like to go further north and everything else. But Newaygo is really a nice area. The county is a nice area for the national forest. Anyway, we went grouse hunting, and we had technically 3 different flushes. One flush had 3 in a covey, so we had 5 birds that flew out. Now, the very first one, I had to go back to the truck with the GoPro because if Jake's listening, He said it was charged.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Anyway, I had to go back to the truck. So they had a flush. Well, they were moving further down, and then I went down the road to catch up to them. Got back in the woods. We got in there, and then a guy came through there at a pretty high rate of speed with 3 dogs. 1 man, 3 dogs. That's a trick to handle 3 dogs at once, with your whistle and everything else. And anyway, he kind of came through at a high rate of speed and kind of threw us off, for where we were going, because he came from where we were headed and then went in kind of kitty corner across where we were and then went off to another spot. Well, we couldn't go that direction. We were doing our loop around, and we were going to come back. Well, we said, well, we're going to head back the way he came, jump to the other side of the trail going through there, and see what we can do. So we did that, and as we're coming up to the road curved. If you're headed south, it curved off to your left or to the east. Well, we were on that section that curved off, so that was kind of a southeast direction. Anyway, we were going to go into the woods and go along the road back on the east side of the road. And as I came up, because I headed up the road to get over by the corner to jump in at the right spot, as I was coming up, 3 grouse flush, and my ears, I was looking at the guys, and I heard the grouse flush, but I have no idea which direction they're flushing from. So I spin in a 360-degree circle. I go, whoop, where are they? And I see some wings flutter, so I stop, and they're at the point they're flushing, they're at about the distance that I would shoot normally.
Yep.
So I don't have that time, and the gun, of course, I don't have up. I'm looking at that. I'm on the wrong side of the road.
No kidding.
I got to get to the other side of the road. Yeah. But they flushed. The guy with the dogs had gone through there. They hunkered down into a little spot. And, of course, we were thinking there's nothing right here because the dogs were just here.
Yeah, definitely.
And so when they flushed, the 3 of them flushed out, they stayed so low. They were like 2 to 3 feet off the ground.
No kidding.
There was no cover for them to fly up into. And there was no cover on the ground. So they were flushing further away.
So are you hunting like a clear cut?
There was a clear cut nearby this area that we were in. I don't even know. There was aspen. There was plenty of aspen. But there's a certain type of bush. It kind of grows in a clump.
Okay.
Grows up, and then the branches kind of arc over and come back down. So it's hard to get to the base of those bushes. Well, they're clear right now. But the grouse will sit by those bushes. Okay. I don't even know what those bushes are called. You kind of know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Do you know what those bushes are called?
Not a clue. Not a clue.
Well, they'll sit by the base there. And then they kind of hunker down and hide behind the clump that's coming out. So when you get close to that, they flush out. Well, in the early season, they flush out, and the leaves are all there. You can't see them go. Well, this is later season, a lot of branches and stuff, but they flush so early, they're far away. So you got to run full choke.
Now, are they flushing early? And I'm not a big bird hunter, so are they flushing early because they see you coming further out too?
Yeah, they can see us. Yeah. They're not going off from the sound of us walking through the woods and waiting for us. Because typically you'll walk and stop, and you'll get them to get nervous and flush, and then they'll be near you when they flush.
Yep.
Well, now they flush up ahead of you. Anyway, I was able to get off a shot, but I knew it wasn't a good shot when I took it. I was like, why'd I even bother? But on the other hand, when we had one come out of a cedar tree, when I was on the ridge and Dave was down below, and Lucas was actually stuck in a bunch of bramble brush there. He was trying to get.
Isn't that when they always flush? When you're stuck?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We could talk more about. We could talk more about when they flush when you're stuck in just a little bit here. The Outdoor Show is brought to you by Westenbrook Mower, where they service what they sell. All units are ready to use when they leave the store, and Westenbrook submits your warranty information so you don't have to. Stop into the Holland or the Jenison store, check them out on your computer at westenbrookmower.com, or call them at 616-396-5733. Lines are open. Give us a call, 395-1450. We'll be back here shortly on the Outdoor Show. Welcome back to the Outdoor Show, brought to you by West Michigan Bow Hunters, protecting our hunting rights and educating the next generation about our hunting heritage here in Michigan. West Michigan Bow Hunters is a chapter of Safari Club International. We're back, ready to talk with you. Give us a call, 395-1450. Tim's playing with his mic again. Last week he was bumping it with his headphones.
Well, see, and I purposely just did that for you.
Just for me?
I just wanted to make sure you remember.
I don't know if they hear that. I hear it. Do you hear it?
I hear it. Big time. I'm sure that they have to.
The listeners hear it, too.
Yeah.
We know they do. We know they hear it.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we get back into, grouse hunting, I just have to say, weather's getting colder, and it's going to be, snow is going to come.
Yep.
So if you haven't gotten your snowblower either tuned up or purchased your snowblower, you have to understand that Westenbrook Mower has exactly what you need.
Exactly.
You got to get down there and check that out.
Yep.
And then talking about the year in that we're talking about, we introduced West Michigan Bow Hunters to everybody this year on the Outdoor Show. West Michigan Bow Hunters Chapter Safari Club International. We introduced them way at the beginning of this year, and we went to their dinner.
Yeah.
Which this year is on February 28th. The dinner will be on February 28th, and that's a fundraising dinner, and it sends the kids off to that camp.
Yep.
And we're kind of looking forward to the whole February 28th again.
Oh, yeah.
The dinner. It was awesome. Well, we'll have some more information about that coming up in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah,
so
you bet.
Who to contact and get your tickets from and so on.
You bet.
But those are a couple of our sponsors, and when we have sponsors, we personally use those people.
Yeah.
The sponsors.
Yep.
We endorse them. And anyhow, the whole grouse hunting thing, we gotta. Sorry, I was checking something with our producer Mike.
Yeah.
Just a voicemail.
Just a glitch.
Just a glitch. Saying, You're doing a great job, Mike. You're doing it all wrong.
What are you doing, Mike?
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the grouse hunting. Where was I? Really?
You guys were flushing
when
90
you
birds
tell stories, I listen to your stories.
Lucas was tangled up in the bramble bushes.
See, there we
and
go.
all that
there
stuff.
we go.
You're welcome.
And where do you think we were? We were next to something you mentioned this morning.
Pierre Marquette.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were right there by the Pierre Marquette, and Lucas was down, tangled up in the brush. I was up on the ridge. Dave was down below where the bridge had been washed out years ago.
Yep.
And then a grouse flushed out of the cedars at the top of the ridge.
Yep.
Now, I know I've had that happen several times late season. They'll fly up into the evergreens in order to hide and so on. Anyway, he flushed out, so Lucas couldn't jump up to get him.
Yep.
And then Dave watched him go over. We're next to the river there, and he thought, if I shoot him now, he's going to drop in the river, and we're not going to get him. So he let him go down on the ridge. Well, then he regretted that later, and he kept saying, I should have just shot. Kind of like when they were so far out, and then they flushed, and I went ahead and I shot, full choke, my top barrels, my full choke, and I just thought, maybe I shouldn't have taken that shot. Well, then he was thinking the opposite.
Yeah,
I should have taken that shot.
Yeah.
We've over the years we've decided if you don't take the shots, you're not going to get anything. You got to take the shots.
Yep.
But you have to remember, you don't take a shot that's going to be an inhumane shot.
Absolutely.
And with bird hunting, that's a lot different because one BB takes them down versus if you're deer hunting.
Yep.
So we don't want people to think, well, just take the shot.
Yeah,
take
running
the
at
shot.
400 yards with the shotgun across the field. Don't take that shot. Yep. No, there's a lot to be said about that.
Well, you said they always flush when you're in the thick stuff.
Always.
There's a spot down in Allegan that we go all the time, and it gets really thick. So the dog goes in, right, and he's underneath all that brush. And the grouse are moving under that brush, and they won't flush.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get through because there's all briars. So I get down. There, it worked.
I heard it. I heard it.
So I get down on my hands and knees, and I'm crawling through the brush. So you're crawling through the brush, taking your shotgun with you, moving slowly. So I'm down on my hands and knees underneath these big looping briars, the big branches, the thick ones.
You got to really want one of these birds.
Oh, I love these birds. Anyway, one flushes up because Copper and I both got next to him. He flushes out. So I just instinctively, I stand up through the briars. I just stand straight up. I take the shot, get the grouse. We go over to find the grouse. Of course, the dog knows where the grouse is, but I keep telling him it's over here. Go get him.
And he's sitting looking back at you saying, no.
Yeah, so I give up, and the dog goes over there and picks him up. I said, doggone it.
Yeah.
Could have swore I knew it dropped over here.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're all done. Dave's oldest son goes, hey, Uncle Tom, you got something stuck in your ear.
Oh, no.
I had on the top of my ear, you know how girls get that top earring pierce thing? There's a briar out of those big, thick briar branches, a big old briar thorn, sticks in my ear, and it's stuck there.
Oh.
And it's bleeding. And, well, you know they got that little burr on them.
Oh, yeah.
So I dropped down to my knees, and I said, okay, pull that out. So, I got down on my knees because he's shorter at the time. He was much younger. And he grabs my ear. He goes, are you ready? Says, yeah, I think. And just before I got finished saying, yeah, I think. So he yanks that out of there. Oh.
Hopefully you went the way that the barb was already through.
Couldn't, because those briars have that really thick base.
Okay.
You can't pull them through, so he had to pull it back.
Ugh.
Oh, did that hurt?
Oh, I bet.
But I never noticed it went in.
Yeah. Well, the adrenaline and excitement out of the hunt.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was incredible. Yeah, absolutely incredible. The adrenaline gets you, and it makes you really want to just move, go, and you never feel the stuff.
Yep.
Which, coincidentally, we were really humping yesterday. Going for the birds. We covered a lot of ground.
Yep.
I definitely felt old. By the time we sat in the truck to come back, I was stuck in position, I think.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Lucas, you got to drive because I'm about to freeze up here.
Yeah. Actually, well, Dave was riding with me. The old guys took one truck, and the young guys took the other truck.
The young bucks took the other one, huh?
Yeah, it was kind of killer. It was pretty stressful, but as far as the stress on the body, not stressful like, oh my gosh, we're hunting. It was more of a physical stress that was like, ugh.
It's a good pain to have though the next day.
Yeah,
because you
I feel it. I feel it yet today in my legs.
You're physically hurt, but mentally you're happy, and you got to breathe all that fresh air in.
Exactly.
And the smell of gunpowder.
Oh yeah, it's funny because this was 2 spots later. You keep opening up your gun to drop shells in every time you get to your location. You got to take them out every time you put the gun back in the truck. And Dave and I had gone a different direction, and Lucas and John went back towards the trucks, down one of the 2 tracks. And they picked up the trucks, then they came and got us. And when we got back there, I flipped open the gun, and I got the shells out as they were pulling up. And I said to Lucas as he pulled the truck up close, I said, whoa, the smell of gunpowder coming out of my barrels. He goes, did you guys shoot? I said, no, this is still here from
earlier.
earlier.
Yep.
And that had to be 4 hours.
Oh yeah,
later.
No, it especially when it's a chilly out.
Yeah,
it really lingers.
Yeah.
It's a good smell.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
because you're hunting.
Oh yeah,
because you're hunting.
Yep.
So, did you do any recent hunting besides your 4-month excursion?
We'll call it a walkabout.
A walkabout. Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, well, that's
not a knife. This is a
this
knife.
is a knife. The best line to any movie, right there.
Awesome.
Yep. He's got a knife. That's not a knife.
This is a knife.
You bet.
So what have you done lately? Anything?
Spent a lot of time in the woods. Have not been doing much hunting. Maybe once or twice over the last week.
Over the last week, once or twice over the last week. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Which reminds me, what about your food plots? Are they looking green again with this warm weather? Your food plots are?
Yeah, oh yeah.
They couldn't hear you shake your head.
Oh, okay.
Well, we'll bring it a little closer. Maybe they can hear it rattle.
I didn't know if you were asking me or if you were doing
I am asking you because the Farmers Co-op Elevator in Hudsonville, it's your food plot headquarters. Remember, we endorse them as well. With over 40 different seed varieties to choose from, providing in-house soil testing as well as fertilizers, lime, and equipment to plant, maintain, and get maximum performance out of your food plot. Visit the Farmers Co-op at 3302 Prospect Street in Hudsonville. For a complete list of products and services, check them out online at fcelevator.com. Lines are open. Give us a call, 395-1450. We'll be back here shortly on The Outdoor Show. Welcome back to The Outdoor Show, brought to you by Powderhorn Guns and Archery. For all your arrow-knocking, gun-cocking, fish-hooking, flag-waving, stand-up-and-sink, God bless America, hunting and fishing needs. Lines are open. Give us a call, 395-1450. We're back, ready to answer your questions right here on the Outdoor Show. Which reminds me, I think we had a call earlier that we missed.
Yep.
Because Tim was practicing his whistling thing.
Yeah, I'm getting better.
In the back. So,
so call back.
Give us a call. Give us a call.
Sorry we missed you.
395-1450. We had a little confusion going on, and we were busy little beavers here. You just don't know what goes on behind the scenes here.
Oh.
There's people running around all the time.
Yep.
You know how we are. You know?
Right. And see, everybody runs right by you and high fives me, and so good to see you again. I'm glad you're back.
Wow.
Yeah, Tom was getting a little emotional.
Wow.
Fun stuff like that.
Man. That's the last time you're going to do that to me this year.
It's sad. No. We still got half of a show left. I'm coming back to you.
Well, it's the last time I'm going to, do the arrow knucking, gun cocking, fish hooking, flag waving.
For the year of 2014.
Maybe I have to do that at the end just for fun.
Might not be a bad idea.
Guys, if we get emotional, can we use the cough button for that too?
I think so.
Yeah.
Tom gets a little emotional quite a bit. I see where you're going with that.
Yeah. Push the cough button. You can't push the cough button because you'll be, give me a hug.
I need a hug. Did you hear it?
No. You had the cough button on. Nobody can hear that.
I know. So I can, when I need to say something that would make me not look as manly, I can just hit this and nobody can hear anything.
Wow.
I like this cough.
He's trying to be funny.
Dude, I don't try.
With responsibility comes power, and I think the cough button. We're
gonna have to reactivate
the cough buttons.
Keep them on the top shelf.
Tim's over here. I've been fighting him off because he's been trying to hit my cough button.
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is I'll be here a lot more now because there's shiny buttons.
True.
Boom. You gotta look at it that way. I hit the button and the green light goes on. It's great. It's great.
Green light go.
Green light go. This is kind of a reverse thing then, because red light means we're live.
What's up with that?
Yeah. Green
red
light.
Red light means we're on the air. Don't talk.
Don't talk.
Anyhow, you had said that you got in the woods a couple times this past week. What did you do this past week? We got recaps from you earlier on in the year.
Oh, yeah.
When you had your 4-month hiatus.
Walkabout. No, I've spent a lot of time in the woods just back behind my house, checking out animals and whatnot. But I did spend 2 days in the deer blind, but only probably an hour and a half at a sit behind here in town.
Well, how about the shows you missed? Because you were...
Oh, man. We're going to need a month to cover all this.
Yeah, I lead him into it.
Well, I thought you wanted to know about the last 2 hunts. That's what you kept talking about.
Why would I want to know that?
Why wouldn't
from you?
Why wouldn't you?
The listeners might want to know, but why would I want to know?
Hey, I'll tell you what.
I know the truth about these things. What you tell the listeners, they don't know the truth.
Oh, no? Shoot.
I just called him out on the air.
Yeah. I can't hit your dub button quick enough. Your cough button.
Anyway.
So, no, I have had probably the best hunting year of my life for total time traveled, different spots get to see, be seen.
Well, yeah, Dan wanted you to talk on opening morning of gun season, and where were you?
Bow season.
Oh, bow season.
Yep.
And where were you?
And I was in Wyoming, which October 1st is the opening day of our Michigan archery season.
Mm-hmm.
October 1st, in the area I was at, was the opening day of mule deer and antelope's rifle season in Wyoming. So I had my dad, my father-in-law, Terry Prinz, Mike and Matt Horton in
Terry
Wyoming.
will still go places with you?
Oh, absolutely.
After we call them out?
I'll tell you what. Terry, I'd follow him anywhere around the world. We had a blast. And that was probably my most memorable hunt of 2014. That was an absolute riot, and we did very well. We harvested a lot of animals, but it was the camaraderie that was spent with my dad, my father-in-law, Mike and Matt Horton, and Terry, that those memories will go on forever. We've got the pictures. Man, my buddy Brian is a big help out there. He's a local kid here that moved out there, and him and his wife helped us out and took care of everything, and then we just went in, and I went with just to help I guess you'd call it, do a little guiding. I've been out there before, and I knew some of the spots. And we shot, 2 guys had antelope tags. We were able to harvest those. And everybody but one person had a shot or harvested a mule deer. So we had a lot of fun.
And then you came back.
And
went hunting with Eli instead of coming on the show.
Went hunting? Yes.
And it was Eli's fault.
Yeah, Eli.
At least you blamed it on Eli.
I got to hunt with him tonight.
Because it's
the 2-day late duck season.
There you go.
Shortly. I wonder what time opening hours of duck season are today. I bet it's
when
just
the sun
before
comes
8. No, what is it?
You want me to look up the calendar?
Nah, don't worry about it.
We'll keep talking, and I can find the calendar.
Yeah,
Because I'm sure you can talk long enough for me to
yeah.
run down to the library and get the trapping guide.
I don't know. With you running to the library, you're getting a little old. But
I'm not going to run with my feet.
Well, thank goodness. Especially after the 2 weekends in a row of grouse hunting. It'd take 2 months.
Oh, stop.
Sore and tired and old. And
I am too. It's terrible.
No, the 2-day late duck season is today and tomorrow. Should be a good time. There is a lot of open water, so it might be a little different than the years past. But I guess I don't have a lot of expertise to talk about duck hunting. I just got back into it this year, so I can't pretend like I'm king duck hunter because I go with and Eli calls. And
can you really pretend that you're king anything right now?
I'm pretty much awesome.
Are you king at home? Because I'm pretty sure.
No.
No. He's being honest.
Yeah.
He's being honest.
I think I am. And my wife's like, probably not. And
probably not.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
So, okay.
What's up? You must have found something.
No.
Okay, great.
It's the problem with that I can't find something.
You're looking for the hunting times, aren't you?
No, I went on to something else.
Oh, really?
You know better than that.
Yeah.
You said no, don't run.
Do you know how I always judge Saturday morning legal shooting
after
time?
you got done with how is that?
The gunshots outside the building here. How many times have we not heard boom, boom, boom,
Mike,
boom?
open the window. We want to hear the gunshots.
We'll hear the gunshots because I'm sure somebody's hunting right here.
It's 47 degrees. We can have the window open.
Yeah.
And it's not wasteful. Yeah. See, look at
Mike. You're
all
sweating
we had to
anyways.
say was, Mike, open the window. Boom, there it goes. He's
good.
awesome.
I
Isn't he?
like Mike.
Yeah.
It's good to have him back. We got a caller.
I'm a team player. Looks like we do have a caller.
Did we get a caller?
Good. I just saw it flash.
Oh, well, say good morning to our caller. Jim.
Hold on.
Morning, Tom.
Hey, how are you, Bill?
Well, it's the last time I'm going to call.
Say it again?
It's the last time I can call.
It's the last time you can call?
Yeah, because they don't answer the phone.
Oh.
But we got you now, Bill.
I know help is poor and hard to get, but this is terrible. Yeah, you can laugh, but this is not funny.
Oh.
Because I can't use the phone. I got to get my wife to call in, and I'm not going to try a half hour. Just try to get onto your show.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bill.
Yeah.
But I don't answer the phone.
I won't be calling again.
Oh, Bill.
That poor help of the station. That's terrible.
Well,
anyway, I got a comment. What do you think about the court ruling about the wolf hunting?
Oh, that's what I was actually looking for just a moment ago. I was looking for that because were you listening the other day when I was here with Dan?
No, I wouldn't know. They had it on the news. The judge threw it out or something like that.
Yeah, here we go. I got some information I put onto my computer, and I was looking for that. What happened was on Friday, what was last Friday? December 20? December 19.
19, I think.
19. What happened was Judge, I'm looking for the name here. It was a federal judge that, Judge Howell. Judge Howell, what happened, USHS, or United States Humane Service, filed a lawsuit with the D.C. Circuit Court, and Judge Howell put the wolves back on the endangered list. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is going to have, of course, an appeal in order to stop this from happening. Judge Howell, the USHS, my understanding, I made a couple of phone calls from some people in government. I talked to them, and they said that the USHS was they've been searching for a judge that would rule in their favor. So this judge, Judge Howell, took the wolves off from or put them back on the endangered list for Michigan.
Excuse me, Tom, but this is what judges have been doing all over the country. They're throwing out the vote of the people.
Well, that was...
They're turning our...
Yeah, that was my big question.
They're turning our country over to the judges.
Yeah.
To the vote of the people.
Yeah, did the judge, this was my question, but nobody could give me a good answer on it. Did the judge decide the law, or did the judge rule by the law? You know what I mean? Was the judge trying to rewrite the law in doing this?
Evidently, because he threw out the vote of the people.
Well, that's the thing. The vote of the people, the wolves were removed from the endangered list by the Obama administration based on scientific evidence through the United States Fish and Wildlife Service. So for the judge to throw that back out, or throw them back on the endangered list, I was just flabbergasted. Like, this is not cool.
Well, this is what's happening every day in our country.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's terrible. I mean,
they do it with everything.
Well, yeah, it's throughout the country.
Yeah, and we're supposed to have 3 branches of government, right?
Yeah, but we don't. We have one now, the judges.
Yeah, pretty much. Well,
yeah.
I got to ask you, Bill, did you have a good Christmas?
Well, sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah, well, we moved,
Oh, yeah, yep.
And we spent about 2 weeks packing, and we're just finally getting to the end of our settling over here.
Okay,
We've been real busy. We had no Thanksgiving, and we managed to have Christmas dinner with our son, his wife, and 2 grandkids, but that was about the extent of it.
Oh, okay, okay.
But I enjoy radio calling in because I was disappointed that nobody answered the phone.
Well, we had a little boo boo there, and because Mike is not here actually for regularly, he does the basketball games at night. So he was trying to figure out the board. Ed tried to come over and give him a hand, but then by that time it was too late to get a hold of you or to hook you up. That's why we said please call back after we had done that break. And we're really sorry about that, Bill.
Yeah, I tried more than once and nobody answered.
We couldn't.
You just get the call and says, well, call back again. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, my time is limited too here.
I understand that.
I depend on my wife to call in, so.
Well, I am glad that you did call.
Yeah.
That you kept trying. Because I'm going to miss you if you don't call me back.
Yeah, but the opinion that it's bad, but it's over the country. Judges are overruling the people.
Yes,
and
they
that's
are.
Not according to the Constitution.
Right. We had, we passed that the Scientific Fish and Wildlife Conservation Act here in Michigan, which made it so that we gave the power to the NRC, which is an appointed body.
Yeah, they're responsible to the people.
Yeah,
but not the judges.
Yeah, the judges do what they want to do.
I guess so.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, that's why our country is going down the hill.
You are 100% correct about that.
Because what people think is right is wrong according to the judges.
Yeah, that's true. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know it.
It's crazy. Well,
maybe in 16 we'll get a new change or something.
Well, maybe we could, we could put somebody up for being our president.
Yeah.
We could do a write-in or something.
To me, I don't know of anybody out there that's worth it right now.
Well, you got a good point there, too.
Yeah, because the Republicans can't agree one against the other. So what's going to happen in 16, the Democrats are going to take over again. Because of all the infighting.
I certainly hope not.
I hope so, too. And we're going to end up with you-know-who. Yeah. No names, please.
We'll leave it at you-know-who, right?
But, yeah. Now, they got one of the Bushes running. I got a lot of respect for him because of his family, but
right.
I don't know. He's going to take a beating by you-know-who.
Oh, he definitely will.
Yeah.
He definitely will. Well, Bill, I'm glad you're settled in. And I hope you have a marvelous new year, and I do hope to talk to you again next year.
Same to you, Tom. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill. The Outdoor Show is brought to you by Advantage Marine in Zeeland with competitive prices and personalized service to meet all your needs, repair, storage, winterizing, parts, and more. Call Advantage Marine in Zeeland at 616-748-9235. I can guarantee you Dave is going to treat you well. Wouldn't you say so, Tim?
I'd say so.
Yeah, and you could stop in and see him at 8755 Riley Street in Zeeland. That's the corner of 88th and Riley on the northeast side of Zeeland. Lines are open. Give us a call, 395-1450. We'll be back here shortly on the Outdoor Show. Welcome back to the Outdoor Show, brought to you by My Firearms ETS, educating people in the safe and responsible use of firearms since 2001. My Firearms ETS offers education, training, and supply the best you can find anywhere. Give us a call, 616-218-7328, or find us on your computer at mifirearmsets.com. We're back, ready to talk with you. Give us a call, 395-1450. That's a lot of numbers thrown out there.
Oh, a bunch.
Yeah. We're running short on time, too.
We are. It's never long enough.
Yeah, we should do this for like 2 or 3 hours on a Saturday.
I agree. Mike's saying no.
I don't know about you guys. This is. I'm gonna have to change my shirt after this.
He's nervous and sweating with us over here.
Doing good. Mike, you're doing good.
Well, thanks, and I do apologize. I am a newbie here, and I appreciate the patience for everybody, and just trying to learn the board and do my best. And thanks to you guys for helping me out.
We'll get you through.
Yeah,
we had other ones.
Yep,
we had other ones.
Well, I noticed they're probably not here anymore, so I want to stick around.
How do you think you got a job?
Yeah,
that's true. All right, I am grateful and humble.
Okay, we just have to stop it now. Just stop it.
Mike's a good guy. You do a good job.
We all make mistakes.
Hell yeah. Yep.
Especially you. Like when you go hunting with Eli instead of coming to do the show with me.
But we fished and did the show from the boat.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did.
When?
You don't remember that? In the spring? Eli and I were out in Lake Michigan fishing browns.
Oh, you called me on the telephone. Well, I was here.
Yeah.
I was here.
If Dan wants,
fishing.
Hey, I'll tell you what. If Dan wants to broadcast live from my boat, we can do this.
Hey, we went live from the co-op.
Yep. So why can't we do it live from fishing?
We're going to do it live from the Civic Center for the Holland Gun and Knife Show on February 21.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Of course it will.
That'll be a lot of fun.
It's always fun, whether we're here or whether we're on location. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
It's always fun.
Yeah, we have a good time.
We do. I don't know if everybody else does.
I hope they do. I hope they do, and hopefully
well,
they learn something as well.
Yeah. I was saying earlier we brought you, West Michigan Bow Hunters.
Yes.
Chapter Safari Club International. You can find them at West Michigan Bow Hunters. Bow Hunters is all one word. You can find them on Facebook for West Michigan Bow Hunters. And you can end up getting a membership. You can go to the dinner. There's a lot of activities that they get involved in, things that they get involved in. They got really involved in the signing of that petition, something what Bill brought up about the Wolf Fund.
Okay.
They got really involved in the Scientific Fish and Wildlife Conservation Act.
Yep.
Signing the petitions to get that to go before the legislature in order to get that voted on. They were very intricate in that if you went to any of the sports stores around town,
yep,
you saw West Michigan Bow Hunters people petitioning signatures. And they're part of, they're affiliated with MUCC, just like West Michigan Walleye Club, who's jumping on board.
Yeah.
Come the first of the year. Next week, you'll hear us tell you more about West Michigan Walleye Club. They were very intricate in working with MUCC because when you get a membership with West Michigan Walleye Club, you get an MUCC membership as well.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. So, Tim, it was an awesome year, I think.
It's been a great year.
Maybe during 2015 we can get you to show up more often. Maybe we'll get you here enough to take out the sometimes co-host thing.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Or the co-host sometimes thing.
There's still turkey and deer and fishing and bear. And...
Oh, yeah, turkey. We're going to talk about that on January 3 because I think you got to get your application
soon,
in. We'll talk to you next year.
Have a happy New Year.
Right here on the Outdoor Show. You have a happy New Year as well.
We'll see you next year.